The most popular game from Barstool Sports, now available in the palm of your hand. Questions as fucked up as you are in your pocket. Download Answer the Internet.
I'm Tank Sinatra, and I'm going to answer the internet. Would you rather be the best-looking dude in the world or be able to read minds? Be the best-looking dude in the world. A, I'm not the best-looking dude in the world, so that would be a step up. B, I can't read minds anyway, so I'm not missing anything. C, I don't need everyone thinking this ugly motherfucker in my face all the time, reading their mind about how ugly I am. I don't want that either. It's a no-brainer. Would you rather fight a kangaroo or look like Sam Cassell? So I don't even know who Sam Cassell is.
Sam Cassell.
Old school.
I only know the Jadakiss line, because like Sam, I Cassell.
Yeah.
But that's it.
No,
That's what I look like now, though.
no. You got the bald head, that's it.
I'd rather I don't know. This is tough. I'd rather fight a kangaroo. You could become famous, too, like the guy who punched the kangaroo in the face. You don't have to win. I mean, you could just get your ass kicked by a kangaroo.
You get disemboweled by a kangaroo.
Ooh, wow. If you were reading the story of your life and you got to the present day, would you keep reading knowing you can't change anything you read?
Some deep shit.
No.
No.
No question. My partner, Adam, the creator, and I were working on something, and it was around the time that the Powerball was like 900 million. Mm-hmm. And I asked him if he was going to play, and he goes, absolutely not. One of the best things I ever heard in my life. I go, why? He goes, my story can't end like that. I can't work this hard for so many years in one direction and then have it all be made useless or irrelevant by getting more money than I would ever be able to spend in my life. And I was like, wow, that's a really interesting...
I'll just take my 900 million and put it into what I've been working hard at, you maniacs.
Yeah, but there's also a certain satisfaction that comes from earning money. I would rather earn 5 million than win $1 billion. And I know that sounds stupid, but they're all the same to me because I don't have 5 million and I don't have $1 billion, so they're all abstract.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Just disagree.
But I'd like to win $1 billion.
Would you go to a football game at a 70,000 seat stadium if you knew that? Such a stupid question.
You're so dumb.
Would you go to a football game at a 70,000 seat stadium if you knew that 500 seats would get ejected into a black hole somehow, but everyone who didn't get ejected would get 5 million?
Those are good odds.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the odds.
I mean, I would, yes.
Versus 70,000.
Worst case scenario, you experience something nobody's ever experienced before. Best case, you get $5 million.
It would be funny though if you're sitting there like 500 out of 70,000. I'm good. Like you push the button, boom, and he's gone. Fuck.
Would you rather lose a leg or never be able to have sex again? Lose a leg, definitely. Does anybody say...
Well, you are the only person to ever be like, there is no alternative. I mean, losing a leg is a fucking problem, dude. You can't walk ever again. Like, I guess you can.
Well, you could get a prosthetic.
Yeah, there are some solutions, but it's not fun. It's not a walk. It's not a part intended.
I'm going to stick with my answer. Now I'm trying to picture humping with one leg. It seems difficult, but I got strong upper body, so I'll figure it out. A full-grown great white versus a full-grown polar bear in an Olympic-sized swimming pool that is 7 feet deep and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Who wins? You know what? I don't know a lot about polar bears, but I do know they're nasty fucking creatures. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say 7 feet is definitely enough room for the great white to get some speed. It doesn't say how long or how wide the pool is, but...
Olympic size, so you're doing like...
Olympic size.
Yeah,
oh, fuck. Great white.
$100.
Great white.
Great white. I don't know.
I don't know. Great white. I just watched Jaws 20 times because my son discovered it, so I'm like very versed in the whole great white ability. I mean, the mechanical thing I know is fake. Jaws was also super aggressive. The shark might just run away for 3
a
hours.
polar bear's gonna want to fuck you up.
Who would have thought the nicest looking of all the bears would be the nastiest motherfucker of all of
The
them?
same thing with like pandas will fuck you up. Koalas got.
Did you
chlamydia.
see the town in Saskatchewan, I think, where it came out recently that all the doors on the cars and all the doors on the homes were unlocked because polar bears are such a problem that if one appears, like you have to get into a car. So nobody locks their cars, nobody locks their front doors, because polar bears are such a huge problem. Why live there?
I would move.
What do you think is the oldest someone's been when they've had sex? I know some guys and they're humping into their 90s. Yeah. I'll tell you what, dude, if I'm still looking to get laid after 80, we got a real problem.
Exactly. I'm so happy you said that. Because like I'm 80, I'm cashing out at like 45. I can't keep up with this anymore.
When I was working in restaurants, I remember seeing this old woman reach for a glass, and I got so frustrated by her because I was like, why are they so fucking slow? She was like this. And I said that to somebody, and they go, yo, everything hurts. And I was like, oh, everything hurts. So I guess like being that old and, you know, doing this is not an option. Unless you just get in and, you know. I'd say at that age with pain, cardiovascular coming into play, you'd have to, 80 is the max. Yeah. I would say. I don't know. I remember my uncle jumped off the back of a pickup truck when he was like 72. He probably still was fucking that.
If you're jumping off trucks, you're fucking. Yeah. That's why you jump off trucks, right?
We were moving, my aunt, and he jumped off the back of the truck, and I looked at my dad. I was like, how old is he? 72. Would you rather your girlfriend be able to read your thoughts during sex or all the time except during sex? Oh, man. I'm married, so my wife, I would rather be able to read my mind during sex because I can like, at least I have something to focus on and concentrate. If anybody had access to my thoughts all the time, I would be murdered or in jail, 100%. There's no question. And nobody would come near me. I would have no friends. And it's not through no fault of my own. The mind is just a wasteland of garbage.
Especially when you're on the internet, man. You see shit.
So much. I take in a lot. I try and take in as much positivity as I can, but I've had some times where I'm sitting there thinking about something and I'm like, wow, you're fucked up. Yeah, I don't need anybody reading my thoughts. Sex is what, 3 minutes? Yeah. I also speak my mind during sex. So having my wife read my mind is not that much different than what happens now, you know? I won't tell you guys what I say. What's better, being a cowboy or pirate? I'm gonna say a pirate just because I feel like riding a horse all day would suck. And you're out in the desert. Like that's what I think of when I think of cowboy. And when I think of pirate, I think of being on the seas. I mean, the seas are rough too, but at least there's like some kind of exotic feel to being out on the ocean, being in the desert. I just came from that area. I was out in New Mexico and Utah, and in between cities is miserable. Miserable. Would you rather? Remember my wife I mentioned? Would you rather bang a bunch of models but nobody knows, or not actually fuck them but have everyone think you did? I would rather bang a bunch of models but nobody knows, because I'll have that in my memory forever because I actually did it. This to me is like, would you rather be rich but not famous or famous but not rich? Mm-hmm. And I can tell you from having like a little bit of internet fame and not being rich, there's nothing worse than people knowing who you are, bothering you, writing you DMs, telling you they're, to die or whatever, and not having money to tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
So being rich and not famous is way better. So I would say I'd rather bang the models and nobody knows, especially my wife.